In an hour, there's gonna be a nuke. Test, y'all. It's a test. I'm not gonna look.
Well, guys, welcome back. I know it's been like, what, 3 weeks since the last video, but that doesn't matter. We're here now, and we're about to watch some crazy shit today. Things are gonna get really crazy. I'm sorry for the hiatus, it's the summertime, people are graduating, families coming to visit, a very, very busy schedule, so I had to make room for all that. But now we're back to the videos, and we're about to have some bangers cooked up today. This video is going to get insane. In my next video about Barracks' update, y'all are going to want to stick around for that because it gets actually insane. There's a lot of mystery surrounding that. But today, we have this girl. She's like, what, 20-ish? Dropped out of high school, I presume because she got pregnant with her babies. Her twin babies, which is going to be important to the story later. That intro basically just encapsulates what this lady's about. She's crazy. She's literally crazy. Like, I came across her online, just like randomly scrolling through Instagram one day, and the first thing that I see is she's like digging holes in her arm to try to like plant seeds in her arm, and then she starts slowly descending into madness. Like, while I was watching this over like the course of like 2 weeks, you can see her slowly descend into madness. So this video is going to be like, I guess, a little scary or a little uncomfortable today because we're going to see her putting seeds in her arm. We're going to see the gradual decline to where she's talking about like being an alien or going to outer space or the nukes are coming, and how one part of her brain is Jesus and the other one is the devil. Like, we're getting into some pretty like loony shit, but this episode, it's kind of sad. I don't want to spoil it. No, I'm not going to spoil it. We're going to wait till the end to talk about that. But those babies, she has twin boys, and I don't like stuff when it has like little babies or kids involved, but she's clearly off her rocker, insane, making these like manic, smiling, evil faces into the camera. Let's just pray for these babies, make sure that they're all right. So I don't know. Let's watch this shit. Let's see what's about to happen.
Sound crazy to y'all, but I think I'm gonna like cut a hole into my head and put a seed in there and see what happens.
The roots are capable of exploring the soil with extraordinary precision.
Cause I hit how this shit is automatically 15 seconds. But anyway, I didn't even cut myself that deep because I'm a pussy, and I kind of scraped the top a little bit until it bruised, and maybe I might have seen a little bit of thin red spot, and that's when I decided to put the seed there. And I covered it with a leaf, and I'm just gonna sit out in the sun and see what it does after I leave it on there. I glued a leaf there with super glue, so hopefully I can just sit here and watch and see if it burrows into my skin and uses my nutrients for itself, because that would be pretty cool. It might give me things that I've never even understood, or, nobody else has ever understood because they've never tried to have a seed integrated into them like this, but I'm going to try it. Wish I could do it with marijuana, but, I mean, it's safer to do it with a lilac seed, so that's what I'm... Not lilac, but lavender seed. That's what I'm doing it with, is a lavender seed. If any of you scientists out there know what I'm doing and think that it's really stupid and give me a reason not to, then I'll, take it off maybe. But, this is probably one of the most retarded neurodivergent things y'all may have ever seen before, I guess. It's just science I try to do, but I basically took a lavender seed.
So I guess this is like the first act of the story, like the initial descent into madness. So she got drunk or high or whatever she decided to do, and she was watching a show about plants or human biology in the first clip that we watched. And there she got the idea that she might be able to grow a plant inside of her body. And we're going to get into the reasons later why she decided to do this, because she talks about how aliens might have clothes made out of their own skin, like their skin is their clothes. I'm not sure what to make of it. She was kind of just rambling on about nonsense, which we're going to see a lot of today. She just starts rambling about absolutely nothing. But yeah, that's the first sign of the decline that we're seeing, is her coming up with this hypothesis on how she's going to grow a plant in her body. I just don't understand, like, putting super glue in a cut. Like, that probably is not the best for you, but I wouldn't know. I don't think putting a plant in your arm is good for you either. But I don't know what's going on in her head. And she seems so self-aware at times, calling, like, the idea stupid and saying she's acting crazy. Yet she still continues to do what she's doing. And that's going to be a reoccurring theme in this video as well, is her, like, momentary thoughts of just clarity. She has moments of clarity where she's like, what the fuck am I doing? This is like the stupidest thing ever. And then she goes straight back to being batshit insane. So let's continue watching.
I have decided to make a slight hole in my arm, put a lavender seed in it, and then cover it with a leaf, super glue, and then Band-Aid, because the leaf and super glue were not going to hold steadily. And I did it again with a burn on my finger, but instead of making another hole in my skin, I just placed the seed there on that burn, and I put the Band-Aid over it. And in theory, if the seed does not fall out and it stays in place, maybe it will root into my skin and feed off of nutrients in my blood. And it makes me have the idea that maybe this one's already doing it, because I'm getting a strange, oddly coherent pattern on my arm. And that makes me think that maybe I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I really don't know, but friendly child experiment, I suppose, from an adult. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. Recently I had the coming question in my mind. What would it be like to become part plant? Like in that episode of Adventure Time where Finn started growing a plant out of his arm.
Yes, the seed that is in my arm is incredibly questionable, but that is the point of it. Aliens, I've heard things about them using biologically integrated clothing, and I think...
So we see she decided to upgrade her bandaging immediately after the other video, getting, like, more Band-Aids and glue. And the burn on her finger, I don't know if it was, like, self-inflicted or on accident, like she burned herself cooking or whatever. But she put another seed in there, I guess. I don't know what she put in there. But she started to develop, like, these black dots in a specific pattern on her arm. And I did some digging online, a little bit of research, like the genius that I am. I couldn't find anything similar to what she was experiencing. And I don't know if she had those dots before putting the plants in her arm and she just noticed because she was getting paranoid. I have absolutely no clue. But her and a lot of commenters were suggesting that it was possibly like sepsis or like the early stages of sepsis. But I think what she did that like 5 minutes ago, I don't think it's going to enter your bloodstream and infect your arm that fast. Second of all, I did a simple Google search like the genius that I am, and it looks nothing like sepsis at all. Nothing came close. Multiple searches, I couldn't really find anything. So I'm not sure where the doctors of Instagram came up with that in the comments, because everyone was telling her, like, they were convinced that it was sepsis and that her arm was going to fall off. Then once again, in that second video, we see her having like this moment of clarity where she goes like, is what I'm doing bizarre and questionable? Yes, it is. But then she continues to just talk about aliens and alien clothes. Man, it's too late for this. Like, she's on her barracks / Little Dragon Cup type of timing talking about fucking aliens coming down and abducting her. But what she was talking about, I've heard something about that online about aliens, how their clothes are actually a part of them themselves. But I don't understand what putting a seed in your arm is gonna do. Like, you think you're gonna develop like a goddamn grass suit of armor like Adventure Time? I guess that's what happens when you go absolutely insane. Me and Miss Pibb were actually speculating this when we like came over this account and watched all the videos. We were speculating that it might have something to do with some like postpartum psychosis. If you guys don't know what that is, I guess in layman's terms, after you have your baby, I guess it's so traumatic that you just go a little crazy. You're just off your gourd, you're off your rocker. So we speculate that might have been what happened with her, or like the isolation of just sitting at home taking care of the babies all day, not really doing anything outside in the world, just kind of drove her to this, mixed with, I guess, drugs and alcohol. That could probably do that to somebody. Let's continue. Let's see what she's cooking up, guys.
I know, I talked to them last night. They know that marijuana. And when they came to check me for sepsis, for some reason, the only thing they were worried about was talking to me about marijuana and kids. That's because I'm in a very weirdly controlled environment. But I'm isolated. I literally am online looking for people to talk to, and I finally found one person that really relates to me. And the only thing that makes them different is they have a car. That's the only thing I can think about is they have a car and I want to get away. Why is it the only thing I think about? Is that relatable to y'all? Do any of you out there get an ideal situation? If you find somebody online that you know, even if they live states away, just get a connection with them. That firm connection, I promise you, it's going to outlast any of these one night stand long things, okay? Promise you girls, do not do OF, alright? Fuck all y'all bitches. Y'all are soulless. But literally, I understand you want to express yourself, but please, I understand this is just something that you feel comfortable with now. One day you might come back with a huge wave of shame towards the end of your life. Please be careful. I love you all. Please stay safe.
Alright guys, I'm gonna try to make this section a little bit shorter because we have a little bit more to cover before we actually start getting past the plant stuff. This is like the first act of the story. She's finally getting help for like putting the seeds and the dirt and the wounds in her arm. And she's updating everybody on Instagram that's like following her, because this is like everybody's first impression of her was putting a seed in her arm. So a lot of people started to hate, rightfully so, for doing an inherently stupid thing, rubbing dirt in your wounds. And then she starts, but she like is so incoherent, rambling about getting away and escaping. And then she's talking about a random person states away that's gonna help her with this endeavor or making connections. I assume it's a romantic relationship because she's talking about one night stands. And then she starts babbling on about OnlyFans, which has nothing to do with the situation. But I'm speculating that's probably what happened between her and her baby daddy, because he wants nothing to do with the situation. He's not in the baby's life. He's not in her life at all. Maybe he was like a one night stand or something to that situation, and that's why she feels so strongly against it. I don't know. This girl is a giant mystery. So that's how you know this situation is getting bad, when the deadbeat dad that wants nothing to do with the kids is finally getting involved in trying to take the babies out of her custody. But that's for later on in the video. The second clip is her getting pissed off that people are actually starting to hate on her. She's getting some backlash for doing this. She's irresponsible. She has kids to be taken care of. And in some of the videos that we're going to watch later, you can hear the babies like crying in the background. And she's just in the bathroom making faces in the mirror, like looking like a complete fucking psycho. Like, she's scary. She literally is so scary to me. She looks like a female Jeffrey Dahmer. She gives me the shivers, all right? She makes me scared. But enough of that, y'all. Let's continue. The story's about to develop. After these two videos, I think we're heading into like act 2 of the story, where she starts going insane. So let's continue.
Guys, why haven't we gotten out of that mindset where it's like, I'm gonna get clout or I'm gonna get attention, or I'm gonna die trying. And if anybody else gets caught doing something that they didn't understand before they first tried doing it again for the first time, we're just gonna judge everybody hard as fuck. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna judge everybody hard as fuck. Oh my god. And we're gonna make it really hard for the poor people to get cars so they never leave their house. And then all the rich people can go in their own niches and pods and do their own thing with all their money and travel the world and have fun. And then there's gonna be that lost minority of poor people that are left somewhere in the United States. Half of them are juggies, people that I don't even want to associate with. I just smoke pot and I look like a retard and I act like a retard. So, like, where's that crowd, y'all? Does that exist for real? Or are there just a bunch of... Do I gotta pick it? I gotta pick them all out from the... I gotta pick the apples out. I gotta start my own damn group. Y'all piss me off. You can't just be easy, basic people. Y'all gotta be people I gotta go look for. The decent, sped people. Why'd you do this to me? Guys, the seed didn't grow at all. And I don't know if that's just because it was just in a bunch of water that I just emptied out. Or whatever. I guess I'm just a crazy bitch, y'all. It's probably just what it means. I don't really know what else to say, but I'm not trying the lavender experiment again. After the psychosis, I don't know. I just had too bad of a time, and it happened to be so close to when I did the seed thing. Even if it was just like a little, oops, you know, a little, oopsie, no. I don't want to do it again. I don't want to do it again. I don't want to. Maybe I can try to find a different way. Like, I can put my DNA, like, around it somehow. Like, wrapped around some hair. No. Some dead skin of some kind. I'll figure something out, maybe. But I just don't want to, I don't want to harm myself that much. Maybe I can grow it in my own shit and see what happens. How would y'all feel about that? I'm not gonna show you. No. I don't know, y'all. Fuck me. Not really. I'm just mad. But y'all, low-key, when I started doing the plant and the seed shit, that was low-key rage bait. Like, I mean, I did it for a reason, because I've been doing, like, aimless research on plants and aliens and, like, biological shit. I literally live in a forest, y'all. I live in a forest, and I'm enthusiastic as fuck about things like that, like plants and animals. And... Sorry, there was a bee going over my head. But... it was all just rage bait at first. Like, I literally was just trying to, like, do something that would benefit my own mind growth without having to do high school work, and finish high school. And I was dealing with my kids and just, like, trying to stay sane because I hadn't gone and gotten medicine. They still gave me a prescription. I still need to go to Walmart and get that prescription turned into a bottle of medicine because they know I don't have a car, or maybe they don't. But for some reason, they think I can just pull a bottle of pills out of my ass, I guess. But either way, you know, it's more complex than that, you know? I just think it's stupid as fuck. I think it's stupid that when I started doing it, by the end of it, I actually had psychosis.
Alright, folks, there you have it. That's the end of Act 1. There was a lot to unpack. That was a very long section. I'm sorry for leaving you guys unattended, but let's go over this together as a class. In that first video, she went to her secret place deep in the woods, which I will elaborate on later. Sometimes she just takes off and starts running out in the middle of nowhere, but that's for later. But let's take a look at this crazy ass quote. And I quote, "And if anybody else gets caught doing something that they didn't understand before they first tried doing it again for the first time." I some Tofia level goddamn speechology. One video that comes to mind when I think of that, I can't remember the exact quote from what Tofia says, but it was something along the lines of, I knew a person personally in person. Just master level, genius level word crafting here today on this channel. Besides that, she has this hyperfixation on cars and blaming the world as to why she doesn't have a car. Not blaming her own poor decisions or life choices, nothing like that. Just, it's the government, or it's just the universe, the rich people that decided that this person in specific cannot own a car. Which is probably for her benefit, because who knows, probably freak out and think she's getting abducted by aliens and crash into somebody, kill a family of 5. Then in the second video, she kind of does a recap on why the seed didn't grow and why it's not working. But once again, she acknowledges the fact that she's crazy. She's acknowledging like these moments of clarity where she says she won't do this again, it's a stupid idea, and spoiler alert, she doesn't do it again. Thank God, she doesn't do it again, but she does go into like stranger territory. Like, she goes on to like a full-on religious psychosis. She's like making faces at herself in the mirror. Like, she goes fucking insane. Like, she set the bar low with putting a seed in her arm, but then she fucking breaks the floorboards and crawls all the way down to hell because she set that bar even lower. She went even crazier. But she says that she's done putting seeds in her body. She's not trying to grow a plant that feeds off human flesh or DNA, whatever she's trying to do. Why not just grow a fucking flower like a tomato plant instead of trying to inject yourself with seeds and give yourself psychosis? Then the third video, she's trying to play it off like she was doing it on purpose, but she wasn't. She's saying, oh, it was rage bait, you guys all fell for it. No! You are fucking insane. You are insane and you're scary looking and I don't like you. That wasn't rage bait. You're just a lunatic. She's also saying that she was trying to do something that would benefit her besides doing schoolwork. But isn't that what school is for? Like, I don't know, using your brain? You dropped out of school because you didn't want to do school. And now you don't even want to do like your GED program, but instead you want to do these fucked up experiments like your Moira from Overwatch. Overwatch reference in the big 2025. That concludes Act 1 of this story. But she gave us like that post-game interview psychosis, like it's a goddamn sports game telling us like, yeah, was I crazy? Yeah. Am I gonna do this again? No, probably not. But she's gonna get even worse. So let's get into it.
It's a test. It's just a test. An emergency joint. Know what to be.
Hurricane season's coming.
Caught on camera. Oh my god, this is natural disasters in America. It's the end of the world, y'all. It's the end of the world. It's the end of the world. Let's see what it is, y'all. Let's see what it is. I'm so sorry for saying this. This is gonna literally be the end of everything, but I'm just saying how I feel, honestly. I feel like I just wanna, I'm gonna put hashtag relatable, we'll see if anybody understands this. I feel like if I am too open about the way I feel about the world will end. Something the world really hates. I love you. That's all. That's all. That's all I wanted to say. I love y'all. Stay safe, please. Now the reason people call me a schizophrenic is because I do look a little scary enough, but I'm not gonna look just to scare away the bad people, don't worry. Good people are gonna understand what I'm doing. And maybe you'll understand it through what looks like meth. It's not meth, I promise you, it's not meth. It's marijuana. And I have the whole pot stew of what you would call mental illness throughout my family. I have it all mixed together in one place. I can't say that much. I know that I need help in life. I need someone to come get me.
Please, I'm gonna get you one. I'm gonna cry if you want to come to me and take me to the moon or to space or Mars or somewhere away from people here. It's so hard. It's so hard here, and I feel like I would be better somewhere else. I feel like there's a little group of people that feel the same way.
Guys, before I start this section off, I want you to comment down below if you think this girl is fucking horrifying, if you think she's scary, because I'm genuinely scared of this woman. Like, she scares me. That first video isn't really like a schizo moment for real. She's just joking around, but the way her face looks is just horrifying. Like, the way she contorts her face, the way she opens her jaw, the way she shakes and turns red, like, it's inhuman. She actually looks possessed, and it scares the fucking shit out of me. Like, I think she's horrifying to look at. The second video, she's going into like the space arc, which is we're gonna play more of this. We're gonna play more of that after this intermission here, where she is convinced the world is gonna end, something's gonna happen, and she wants to escape to a different planet, but she doesn't spit it out. Like, she cuts herself off midway through that sentence and just starts whispering about how she loves everybody. So I assume that she's scared to finish her sentence because she thinks someone is watching her, like Instagram is watching her and is gonna shut down her Kerbal space program. But this third video I'm conflicted on it, because I think it's really funny, but at the same time, it's not. People were commenting, like, how did I end up on Schizogram, which is like Schizo Instagram, which is, I'm sure you guys probably know what that is. She's calling these videos a schizogram, like those old school singing messages that people would send to someone's door. I forget what they're called, but that's not important. Anyways, she is just horrifying. She has a horrifying face, and I know that's rude to say, but look at her. She's like screaming and contorting her face and growling at the camera. Like, she looks fucking possessed. She looks inhuman. And the sad part of that video is her babies are screaming, they are crying in the background, and they're not toddlers, they're like infants, they're like babies, like maybe like 8-9 months old. Like, they're not grown at all. They can't walk around, they can't talk, they can't say anything, so they're just screaming and crying for her to pay attention to them. And she's just in the bathroom making these fucking scary ass videos instead of paying attention to her kids. Her baby's room, which I assume is her room as well, is just like a giant mess. And there's only like a few feet where the babies can actually like exist in the room. And the rest is filled with like clutter, trash, clothes, or toys. Like, it's a gross room. It's not fit for babies to live in. But the hashtags under those videos, she's trying to like get in contact with Elon. She's trying to get Elon's attention to take her to Mars, which we are going to see after this little intermission here. But she's whispering under her breath, and she's constantly grabbing at her face, which definitely looks like meth to me. She says it's not meth, but it looks like some kind of drug-induced psychosis. Let's continue.
You think that one alien instance was the only thing that's going to keep us from finding actual healthy civilization? And we kind of fucked it up by killing the alien?
Hey, Elon Musk. So, like, really specific set of circumstances right now, okay? I'm in a Goldilocks zone on Earth.
Now I'm getting signs that in an hour, there's gonna be a nuke. Like, there's gonna be a fucking nuke, and all the autistic people are gonna die. Like, all the autistic people are dying because they realize that we are literally put in a place that by God to be a person of power, and if we die, the human race is fucked. You know, the Egyptians used to praise autistic people because they were useless, because they sat there and did nothing and made up good ideas. That's what made autistic people. People in power don't want you to know that because they're greedy. They're power hungry. They filter everything. They're going to filter me. Unless I get a lot of likes. You need to like me. You need to like me so we all don't die in America. We're all gonna die and get nuked, and all the autistic people, just like me, they're the only real women left. They're the only real women left by God. If you believe in any kind of Christianity, at the Vatican. At the Vatican. See if they care about this topic, because we're gonna get nuked. If they know anything about the U.S. government, they know. We're gonna get nuked. All the autistic people are gonna die, and we're gonna be fucked as humanity, because I'm talking to Satan and God right now in my head. I want you to know that right now. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm saying through my mouth. And it's weird as fuck. It's a weird ass feeling. Everything's happening. So y'all, I'm gonna agree with you on the crazy schizo shit, because now I'm getting signs of the world showing what I put out. Crazy schizo girl. And now
So, we see her yearning for the stars, guys. That's right. Earth is going to explode. Everybody's gonna die, so she needs to get Elon's attention so she can escape. She has this surface level understanding of whatever nonsense she's babbling about today. She has absolutely no clue what the fuck she's even saying. In that second video, oh my god, she tags the wrong Elon Musk and is tagging like a Turkish Elon Musk account, which I have no clue who that is, but she mentions a Goldilocks zone in that video. And I quote, she's in a very specific set of circumstances, and she calls it a Goldilocks zone on Earth. So, let's do a quick little Google search here, and I'm gonna tell you. The basic definition is some place that is not too hot, not too cold. You can have human and plant life, water on a planet. That's a Goldilocks zone. So, all of Earth is a Goldilocks zone, and when they go out on space expeditions or whatever, they try to find another planet that is similar to Earth for the future, I guess. But she's saying that there's a Goldilocks zone on Earth. That doesn't make any fucking sense. I guess she did 5 minutes of methed out research and she thinks that she's on a special place in Earth, when in reality all of Earth is a Goldilocks zone. So I don't know what the fuck she's going on about today. She's absolutely delusional. Then in this third video, I guess the voices told her that the nuke would be coming and specifically destroying all autistic people, which sucks for me. So like half my audience is gone. Just kidding. I love you guys. Then she's getting this savior complex, saying that the government is going to censor her and people need to like and share her videos to draw attention to the upcoming nuke. And I suppose that I suppose that that's exactly what we're doing today. Making this video, posting it online to try to draw attention to the nukes that are coming. I mean, with the way things have been going on in the news recently, who knows if she's fucking right or wrong. Am I right, guys? Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? But she starts going into her crazy ass arc, 2 of them at the same time. She says that in her head at the end of that video, she can hear God and Satan talking to her at the same time, and they're telling her all of the information that she's telling us. So we're gonna look into that.
I love Jesus. I love Jesus. Through Satan, and I through God. And this is the crazy shit. This is the schizo shit. Everyone's gonna hate me for this, but this is the way I feel. My brain's split in 2 halves. One is God, and one is literally Satan. You notice? This right eye, this is my right eye. It looks like the left eye, but it's not. It's the right eye. They look kind of similar because they literally look identical to each other. They're the same in every opposite way. It's a mirror. It's a mirror effect. And it creates something that is Satan, but good. Is that something that can exist at the same time? You know how powerful that is. You know how weird that is, right? Everything in my life makes sense. It correlates in a weird pattern. I live in Georgia. It's like the Goldilocks zone of the Earth, Goldilocks zone, y'all. It's where everything meets in the middle and it creates divine power. What the fuck? I need protection. What do I do?
How come when I drink, Like, life is so much easier to live. It's so much easier. And yeah, I got my kid. This is laughing along. We're watching Rick and Morty right now.
So here comes the straight horror aspect of this whole thing. In my opinion, she's already creepy enough, but smiling at the camera and while adding that audio to that Jesus video, like I didn't put that in there for like dramatic effect. Like that's what she's posting on her fucking Instagram for everybody to see, like some really scary and psychotic shit if you really think about it. She's just gone into like a full-blown religious psychosis and she's posting it. I don't know why you would post this publicly. Like I don't understand what's going on inside the mind of these people. She's a danger to herself. She's a danger to those kids, because she's clearly mentally unfit to take care of them. But then she says that her brain is split into Jesus and Satan, and she's pointing at her eyes like, can't you see? Can you look right here? Do you see? It's this one, but it's also this one, and it's the same but reverse. And then saying that she has, what, a reverse Satan in her head that's secretly good? I mean, I'm at a loss for words here. I guess that's just the logic of crazy people. I'm trying to make logic out of it and find out how she's going down this rabbit hole, where she's making the connections, but there's no connections because she's fucking crazy. And that's the whole point, is that it doesn't make sense. I'm trying to make sense of something that doesn't make any fucking sense. And it's pissing me off. In that chief video of like that Native American guy, I'm gonna pull up a comment here, but the comment is basically explaining that this guy is just a generic stock image of a Native American, and he's like a very famous example. And she's still like in the comment right under that, trying to find a way to like connect herself, like, oh well, maybe slightly on my dad's side, yada yada, I could be related, but I don't know, like trying to find some deeper purpose, like she's related to something important, she's doing something important, a part of like a historical figure's life. And that's where the delusions come in, the delusions of like being the savior, trying to, you know, tell everybody about the nuke that's coming. Well, I'm actually related to this very famous guy, so I know a lot about this stuff. Like, no, it's just nonsense. It's crazy. She's crazy. And that last video is just so sad. You're just plastered off your ass watching Rick and Morty holding your baby. Like, the baby doesn't seem to be in any distress. It's not crying. It's not screaming. Like, the baby's happy. It's laughing. But mixing drugs, alcohol, while being under psychosis and then holding your baby, like that's not a good mix. You're already like a risk to yourself, putting seeds in your arm, putting burns on your fingers. Like, you should not be around kids. You should not be holding your own kid for the fact that you're just insane. You're not mentally fit enough to be taking care of that kid. So I guess that concludes like the religious arc that we're going on, but now we're getting to the second arc. If you can't go up, if you can't go to space, Elon's not paying attention to you, you gotta go down. We gotta go down, that's right. She's about to start digging holes. She's about to be in the middle of the woods. She's gonna like find some little like underground hole that her dad made. I have no idea what's going on, so let's go into this together.
Yo, look at me, I'm a deer, yo. Look at me, I'm a deer. I'm a deer, I'm running through the woods. I'm running to the woods. And I'm a deer. Oh yeah. I'm not really. But sometimes you just be in the forest and you just get taken back to your kidhood, I guess. Especially when you're running in a sweater on a hot day and you go inside. Yo.
So there's not really much to say about this arc besides that she's continuing all these manic actions, running around outside, giggling like a maniac, exploring these random holes that her dad made, and then deciding to start digging her own underground society for like-minded people, I guess. Is this what being unemployed is like? Like, is this what it does to somebody, like having no purpose or not having something to do to keep yourself busy is just like going insane, thinking that you're gonna start an underground world, running around crazily, like she scares me. She genuinely, I am scared of this woman. She thinks she has demons in her brain, Satan's talking to her. She thinks she's gonna get the attention of Elon Musk and go to space. Like, is this what being unemployed does to a person? She should be at home taking care of her kids and trying to pursue her GED at the least, but she's running around the woods, digging holes in the ground, which these like manic and crazy actions are eventually going to lead to her downfall, which happened in real time. Like, she is documenting all of this herself, like posting multiple videos a day. She documented her own downfall to the point of her kids getting taken by child services, or I believe the husband's, or not the husband, the baby daddy's family saw that her case was so severe that they actually stepped in and took the kids. So I'm just gonna let these last few videos, they're gonna speak for themselves, so let's just watch this.
Hey, so to any of you, like, retarded and middle-aged women contacting my mother about CPS or something, can you, like, stop? Because that's a bitch move. Believe it or not, that's a real bitchy move, considering you don't even know me. I know my room's a little messy, but, like, stop judging people who have a lower quality of life than you do, because I clean. I just do it less, because I'm 1 against 2 every single day. And my parents, they might act like they help, and they do sometimes, but not with the majority of the work. So I do this as my own release, because I have nobody to talk to in the day, except like one person who might volunteer. So, literally, I would like to challenge the world to do something different and not judge the world and just, like, be nice to it. People that aren't really hurting anything but doing something different. Y'all, this seed that's in my arm, this seed is a very questionable thing that I'm doing. It makes a lot of people question my enable ability to handle fucking life, I guess. I don't know, but a lot of my family is just getting mad and pissed off over this one seed that I'm trying to grow in me. And you know, a science major told me, this is not going to bring me any good shit. This is going to fuck me up. Might have like 3 years to live, somebody said. Alright, this is a schizogram. You hit the nail right on the head with that one. You sure did. But you know what else? The father of my children's family are juking me out of my kids now. Because I went to the psych ward last night. I took y'all's advice. I got mental treatment. I got put on Depakote, and now it's going to help with my mood swings. But you know what else? They're saying that my kid's bed was a disaster. And you know why? Because I didn't even plan for them to be going with them. And this is what the room looks like right now. Yes, I understand it's a little bit messy. I got these clothes, but you know what where the laundry room looks like? And see, look, I've been picking up trash too. But like, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like, y'all. Look at it. Look at all the laundry that I have to do. This is all baby clothes. This is my clothes.
So those two videos were on her Instagram story, where in the first one she's calling out the people that are trying to get CPS involved because she's going through psychosis, which she admitted herself, which in my opinion, I think that's the correct choice to get CPS involved. That video was taken before she got the seed like out of her arm, but it's, you know, even back then people are trying to get CPS involved, trying to get the authorities involved to check up on her kids or just remove the kids entirely because she's showing herself to be unfit as a parent through all of these videos. She's harming herself and she can't give the kids proper attention and the proper environment they need to grow up healthy and good. You know, you hear them crying multiple times while she's in the bathroom recording these, quote, schizograms for her followers and viewers that are watching along. But the second video is after she got back from the psych ward, which was like later in the story. Thank God she actually went out and got some help. But her baby daddy and their family ended up taking the kids and having them in their home for now. And to be honest, I was like rewatching the video of her room, and it could definitely be worse. I've definitely seen some like worse rooms where kids have been placed into, but it definitely could be worse. But I think she has it twisted where she blames it all on the room. Like, I know the room is messy and the bed is messy, but that doesn't mean like I'm an unfit parent. I think it goes completely over her head what she's posting, what she's doing, because she has those moments of clarity where she knows like, man, I look fucking crazy, but it's just not clicking right now, I guess. And I can't stress this enough, but she is a danger to her kids and herself. When you believe that Jesus is in your head, and then you start experimenting on yourself and getting drunk around your kids, and she's posting all of these crazy videos, making faces into the camera, like, you are unfit. You should get help. You should not be raising children. And the family and the police have so much evidence showing that you are an unfit parent, and I don't have the exact comments here, but she asks for advice as to what to do because they took her kids and people told her to like delete the videos, like delete the pictures and the videos that she's posting to like cover up the evidence of neglect and psychosis so it can't be used against her. Like, why are you helping her? Why are you helping this woman? Let the kids stay somewhere else until she figures out what the fuck is going on. Like, what the fuck she's doing. Because she doesn't know what's going on. She doesn't know what she's doing. She's mental. She needs medicine. She needs help. But people are commenting like, oh, girl, you gotta hide those videos or else they're gonna be used against you. Like, they should be used against her. She is unfit, and these kids need a proper environment to grow up, not whatever this is. So let's take a look at what she has to say about this. Just got back to schizogram, y'all. Is it really legal for my kid's dad to take them if I have custody and he won't give me updates? And blocked me. The police department told me it's a civil case and I need to be taken to the courthouse. Him and his over-gratifying and controlling grandma and mom want to take my kids from me. What should I do, guys? And then that was like the video where she posted that, and then people in the comments were like, girl, hide your videos, delete the videos, like trying to help her out and hide the evidence so she can get her kids back. I don't necessarily think that's what she needs to be doing right now. So that, I guess, concludes like the main section of the video. I guess we'll just go over the bonus clips that we have, but that's pretty much like the main story. That's the campaign of this video. So let's just go into the silly stuff, I guess.
Alright, let's look at it. I'm done. I'm done waiting. I can't wait any longer to check on this shit. I'm gonna be like those infamous women that do it wrong, and then it's like, oh, my hair! Oh my god, my hair's falling out! Ah! It's horrible. I hate that. I don't want that to happen to me. Help me, I put Clorox in my hair. It's horrible, y'all.
Alright, I just went outside and I did a bunch of push-ups and I ran around, and now I'm gonna drink this cup of milk and I'm gonna sit in my room and breathe and go home with my children. Bye.
The fuck? I just do that shit. It's funny. I said dumb.
Well, I guess those were kind of clips that I couldn't fit anywhere else in the video, so I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that gave you a little giggle. At least, you know, today's story got a good ending, in my opinion. The children are safe, if anybody's wondering. The children are safe. I believe they're still at the other people's house. They're out of her custody, so that's very good. Good ending today on this week late video today. Sorry about that, guys. Leave a purple heart if you've made it this far, I guess. Have a good day, everybody.